Hey, how's everybody doing? I know it's been a week or two since I posted. Had to go through the storage and make up some space on my phone for you guys so I can get back on it, So today I want to talk about doing your calling, right? And so, we have our why we do things. And remember, if it's a selfish reason, if it's a reason for us, it's never a good reason to do something. We're gonna probably fail. We're probably not gonna do as good. And I'm gonna tie a movie reference in right now. But it's truth. You have these movies that talk about it, that like, why are you doing it? And perfect example is Creed 2. I just saw Creed 2 last weekend, and Rocky asked him, why do you want to fight Drago's son? And he says, because I have to, whatever. But the reason he was fighting wasn't a good enough reason. It was a selfish reason. If you know the Rocky movies, his dad killed his Creed's dad, and so he wanted revenge, right? So it was the selfish thing, and that he was beaten in the hospital and ruptured kidney, broken ribs, and all of that, right? And then he has a baby, and he proposes to his girlfriend. And so when he has the rematch, he wins because his why is different, right? And so, it obviously is not a real movie, but the fact that they're making a movie about it just tells you that when you do something for yourself for a selfish reason, it's never good enough. You have to have, people that you're doing it for. Your family, your kids, for their future, whatever it may be, right? If it's opening a business to the consumers, the customer, this video, ultimately, at the end of the day, some of these videos are for me, because I need to hear this stuff that I'm telling you guys too. I need to hear all these things that is being said. I need a reminder all the time. But I'm also doing that because there might be somebody like me who needs to hear this stuff, who just needs to hear it. And if I can help anybody, even if it's one person, listen, I care about the views and the likes and the subscriptions only because that means there's a possibility of more people that I'm helping. But at the end of the day, I really don't care. I don't. As long as I'm helping one person, and that's the most important thing to me, is just helping one, because that one person will help somebody who will help somebody, and it goes on. So my why is for somebody like me, somebody who just needs to hear it, just needs that reminder, right? So then, which ties into my point of today. There's so many people out there doing this already. There's so many people that are trying to encourage people. And I don't have the greatest technology. I don't have time to edit these videos right now, But I'm trying to get this content out there because it's something that I feel God wants me to do. And God is calling me to do. And God is telling me to do it. So I got to do it. And it's like, I can sit here and get stuck and be like, dang, Tony Robbins is doing it. C.T. Fletcher's doing it in a different way. E.T. is doing it. All these people are doing it. And, why am I doing it? What's my purpose? Like, I don't need to do it. There's already somebody else doing it. There's already other great motivational speakers. There's people that actually have time to, do these things and, do it. Why me? Why do I got to do it? And it took me a minute to realize that, my circle, right, may be small, but they might not ever have the time to listen or watch or hear E.T. or C.T. or Tony Robbins or Les Brown Or I might just have a different way of saying it. I might have a different approach. I have a different voice. So you never know, right, of why. There's a guy I tried listening to. I'm not going to throw his name out there. There's a guy I tried listening to, and he says some great things. Don't get me wrong. Some of the things he says is amazing, and it's great stuff. But I can't get past the sound of his voice. So I tune out, and I don't pay attention. So there might be something the way I say things or whatever might help somebody else better than these already famous people. You don't know. When God has a calling on your life, you have to be obedient. And I posted this video, the very first video, courage and obedience, right? Sometimes you gotta have courage to be obedient. You don't know why you're doing what you're doing. As long as what you're doing is to help people and to give back in some way, yeah, can you make money off of it? Why not, right? But you gotta step out in faith. You gotta have some courage and step out and do it. You gotta take a chance, because there might be somebody that needs what you have to offer. That, there's so many authors out there, but there's people still writing books. There's people that are still top seller writers because they're saying it in a different way. They have different life experiences. They have a different mindset. Their vocabulary is different. Their sentence structure is different. The way they talk about things is different, right? So we're all created unique and individual, and we might have the same ideas or the same thought of doing the same thing that somebody else is already doing, but we have a different route. You got to remember, God has given us a passion for something, a love for something that we would do it for free and not care. That, like, if I didn't have to pay rent and pay, my bills and all that, and I could do this one or two things for free, I would do it because I love it. And the thing is, a lot of people get lost behind money or behind other things, right? And so they try to take on too much, right? And they get lost in having 20 different jobs instead of one or two or three things that really is who they are. I'm creative, I'm artistic, and for a minute, I was stuck with writing music. A lot of people don't know this, but I would write raps. I would write, I love to draw. I can't draw from my head. I have to look at pictures and I can draw, and I like to. But it doesn't give me the same satisfaction, right? Now, when I'm creative to helping people, when I can use that same artistic creativity and to help somebody learn something about themselves, to become a better person, or to whatever, oh man, I get so much joy out of that. And I get joy out of making these videos because it's potentially helping somebody make a difference in their life, right? And maybe seeing yourself different than any way you would have, right? So don't be scared to take a chance and to do something that somebody else is doing, to say something that somebody else already said, because I can say the same thing to my karate students, to certain people, but I can bring in a guest that says the same things, maybe a few different words, and say the same thing, and the kids are like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, he's the greatest teacher ever because he said this, and I'm just like, I told you that already, and it happens because sometimes you need a different voice, you need a different person, a different sentence structure, just a different view of something. So don't be afraid, don't be scared, don't be shy. Take courage, have faith, and step out and Why do you want to do what you do? Why do you like helping people? Why do you want to write a book? Why do you want to start this business? Why do you want to do this job? Why do you want to become a fitness instructor, a massage therapist, a chiropractor? What is your why? Because if you don't have your why, then you're just going to waste money. You're going to waste time and do something that gives you no fulfillment, no joy, no nothing, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's not. We get stuck and brainwashed into it's money, work for money. Nah, my money's going to work for me. I got to put in my hustle. I got to put in my grind. I got to put in my thoughts. I got to read. I got to expand my knowledge. I got to learn and grow. And then everything else will come back to me. But because if you don't put in the hard work and you don't have the passion to do something, then you're wasting your time, you're wasting your employer's time, and you might get fired, you might, whatever, right? When you go to work at that job, maybe it's, and I'm repeating somebody else's words right now, maybe your job is technically your side job, and your thing that you do for free, your passion is your real job because that's what you focus about. But when you go to your job, give your employer all of you to the point that, you can get promoted, you can get bonuses, you can get whatever. And if you don't like that job, tough it out and work your butt off to get to where you want to be with your passion and with the things that you really want to do. I was stuck for a while of I wouldn't quit. I wouldn't go to any job because I wanted to teach. I want to help people. I want to make a difference in people's lives through martial arts. That's what I want to do. And then somehow it expanded to this because this is what God has told me to do. But for a long time, I wasn't working jobs. I would turn down jobs. I would be like, no. And then I have the job that I have now because I have 2 kids. I have my wife and I have to provide for them. So that helps my teaching, right? Because I'm going to work, I'm putting in effort, I'm staying there, and it's providing for my family, and I can still do what I need to do until what I want to do is to the point that I can take care of my family and quit my day job. I've been at my job 3 years now, but the last time I worked at this job, I was fired in 6 months. So I've been busting my butt, right? Trying to get here and just, making sure that I do the best I can every day. Now, every day is not going to be better than yesterday, but it's going to be the best that I can give you at that moment, at that day. I'm going to give you all that I got, all that I can. And no excuses, no whining, no crying, no complaining. But I'm going to do everything I can to be the best I can for that day. Because we always want to be better than we were yesterday. But in reality, sometimes we can't. Because maybe you were sick, maybe we're this, maybe we're that. So I'm going to give you all that I got today, right? And, you got to enjoy your job. Whether you don't like your job or not, you dread going to work. Get up, get excited, and say, this job is going to get me to where I need to go with my passion. This is going to help fund my passion until my passion takes over. And maybe you don't need to have a job. Your passion isn't going to make that much money. Maybe not. Maybe it's just being able to do it, but do it. That's the thing. We go through life and we always say we wish we could have done this, we wish we could have done that, and we never do it. Do it. Do it now. It's never too late. I don't care how old you are. Do it and make a difference in your life, in your kids' life, in the people around you, right? Do it. Don't be scared. We got to take that chance. And don't think, just because somebody else does it, that I'm not going to do it, Just because somebody else does it, it doesn't mean it's you, They may not have the calling on their life that you have. They may not have the passion behind it that you have. So do it. If your goal is to help people, help them. If you like talking to people and you want to be like a mentor, do it. If you want to write that book, direct a movie, write a play, find a better job, start a job, whatever it is, right? Reach for your dreams, reach for your goals, because listen, we have one life, right? And I don't want to be in my 80s going, yeah, I could have done this, I could have done that. No, I did it. Whether I fail at it or not, I did it, I tried. And then if I do fail, what could I have done different? Oh, I could have done this different. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, you know what? I could have adjusted this. Let's try it again, right? There's a saying that if a baby falls 50 times, they don't say, oh, well, I guess walking's not for me, right? They get up and they keep walking. So sometimes we just got to keep going, all right? All right, guys, like, subscribe, share. Talk to you soon.